Good morning. Thank you for being here today again. And today I want to talk about saying goodbye. Oh wow. I'm seeing a pack of dolphins right in front of me right now. Let's see if I can take a picture of it. They dive back down now. You know, they keep on poking back up and down, up and down. Oh. Wow, that's beautiful. You know, these things in life that we took for granted. Like, I get to sit in the car right here, right now, and there's like an open water in front of me. It's like this is like a mix of the river and the ocean, but the dolphins are in here, so I guess it's salt water. I mean, it should be salt water. What am I thinking? Yeah, I'm seeing dolphin right in front of me, and they're swimming up and down. And then there's one that flip the tail and make the wave. Oh wow, I think they're playing with each other or something. And yeah, these animals should be in the wild, not in captivated, you know. They shouldn't be in the aquarium for us to entertain. They should be out here doing whatever they want and have all the freedom they want. Look at them. I wish I could record it, but you know, yeah, I'll record it and I'll put a little, maybe just a little snapshot in. Let's see, let me pause this real quick. I recorded it a little bit, but they went out of sight. So yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the main topic today. Well, I wanted to talk about this yesterday, but I felt sick because I stay out at the beach for too long early in the morning yesterday, and the wind was like crazy. So I got a little flu, like my nose like stuffy, and I can't even breathe yesterday. But I did make an episode yesterday, but it was terrible because my nose was stuffy and I was just talking about random things. So I didn't post it, but I recorded it anyway. But today I wanted to talk about saying goodbye, the hardest goodbye, because I saw this videos on social media that's like recording people when they saying goodbye to their loved ones, and they go into the checkout, to the security lines, and they would walk in without looking back. All of them, like 90%, 95%. Then when they walk in there, they don't want to look back and say another goodbye. I guess. And then I went to the comment section, and it said that, you know, like people usually, well, they're afraid of looking back again and get emotional. Sometimes I'd be even crying, and I think that's what makes us human, you know. And we should all embrace it and cherish it, because we never know when would be our last chance to see someone, whether it's from a sudden incident or something unexpected happen, and you never see them again. And these people live in the airport. They're probably like, you know, going on a long trip, going away for you know, study abroad, working away in another country, or whatever. It's gonna be a long time for them to see each other again. And sometimes we're just so afraid of showing this emotion. We're so afraid of being vulnerable. I'm not trying to be negative or trying to make things sound depressing. But sometimes things happen, and they could happen fast. And then you realize that you should have not taken them for granted. You should have told them I love them. You love them more often. My sister, she passed away unexpectedly 2 years ago. And the day before she passed, a day or two, I think, she asked one of my sister, who hasn't come visit her yet, she asked her if she could come and visit her, the ones in the hospital. But my other sister, she couldn't. Probably she was busy because she's a boss and they're short staffed and the salon's always busy. So she didn't come to visit her at the hospital. She says she will, but not during the weekdays. Probably. That's all I can remember, but I'm not sure. And then the day after, my sister passed away. And until this day, whenever I see my other sister, who's always busy, at family gatherings, I always see the regrets in her face. The guilt behind that happy mask that she put on to hide the sadness behind it. And I never really wanted to mention it because I don't want to make it worse. But I'm sure it's haunted her until now too. Wishing you could turn back in time and just do the thing you should have done, and wishing that she could have just, see her when she's still around. And ever since I saw that videos on social media, the airport videos, I couldn't stop thinking about these things because I've been holding resentment on my parents too for not listening to me to eat healthy, and now they have diagnosed it with all kind of disease caused by the unhealthy habits, these food that I've been trying to get them not to eat. All these seed oils and white bread and sugary foods and pork fat, enriched flours, what else? Refined flour, sugar, whatever. All of these additives are so bad for you, but no one want to listen. They think I'm crazy. They think I'm just fucking nut. So yeah, but it's like that. And I've been upset because no matter how many times I try to tell them, they still go back to do the same things they always did. And it's like you're wasting all of your energy trying to help someone, but then the day after they just go back to doing the same things over and over again. But then I think about it. I think about that video again at the airport. You know, turning around and say goodbye. And then feel the emotion, and just feel the emotion of the human experience. And then I think about the things that happen in my life, the way that I'm holding resentment on them. But then I would never know when would be my last goodbye, the last chance to say bye, the last chance to see them. So why do I hold on to these resentment, grudges, and even hatred on the people that I know deep down inside that I love them to death, but refuse to because they're still around, and I'm still taking them for granted because they're here. They're not gone yet. I know it sounds so cruel and you know, not humane, but that's what I have to rely, and I've been thinking about it because I wish I could see my sister again and tell her that I love her, because in our culture we don't really say those things. We don't really say those 3 words. We only show them. We only show by our action, but we don't really say them. But now I wish I could say it. Yeah, wishing. And I wanted to say sorry for being so mean to her when I was staying with her for about 2 weeks when she was in the hospital before she passed away. I stayed there for 2 weeks until she got better, until the doctor say what they say. There were a bunch of doctors. They say that she's recovering, she's doing better now, and we are seeing recovery progress. So I felt at ease. I feel great. I told her I'm gonna go buy a car. This Kia sedan, it's looking great, and it's so cheap, and it's out of state though. So I have to fly there, but then I'll save like $6,000-7,000 because they don't sell this kind of car here. Not kind, but like the GT style, and they don't have it here in the state, and you have to be out of state, and it's way cheaper than like a cheaper version here too. So I'll tell her I'll save like $7,000 or $8,000 if I fly there, buy the car, and drive back here. So that's what I did. The day she felt better, 2 weeks later, after me staying in the hospital, I left and I went to Virginia to pick up the car, to buy the car. The Kia K5 that I'm sitting in right now. People think it's fucking ugly, but I think it's great. It's probably the best looking sedans out there. But then after I bought the car, the day after, I'm about to drive back. I was driving back, and the doctor told another sister. I have a bunch of sisters, so the sister that's staying with her, while I left, the doctor told her to tell the family to come, all of them to come, and say the last word, to say goodbye, to prepare for what's coming. And I saw that in the group chat. Everyone was in the group chat, and I felt like my heart fell on the ground. I felt like it was like something I've never felt before. You know, losing someone so close to you, someone so special, someone's always there for you whenever you need help. And yeah, I was driving back and couldn't help myself but busting out crying and saying sorry for leaving her in his last minute. And then when I got there, she was already in the ICU. In the ICU, laying in that bed, got hooked up with more than 10 bags of IV liquid, all kind of liquid. The nurse said it was for all of her organs because they're failing. None of them is working now. And then they're doing CPR. And then we would get the pulse. The pulse would come up again. But then it'd go away. And then they do CPR again. And then it would go away. And they'll do it again too. The pulse come back up again. But this time, it was better. It was much stronger. But then, it's going away. And they tried again too. But it felt like she was suffering. And she wasn't there. She wasn't there. And I didn't get a chance to say my last goodbye. And it was the first time they let so many people inside the hospital ICU at one time. Usually can just one person come in, or two at most. This time it was like more than 20 people standing right in front of the ICU door, and we were all praying and crying. She was the youngest person in the ICU. She was the only one that got admitted to the ICU about a week ago. Gotten better. And then went down to the lower floor for recovery. And then 2 days after, she went back up there again. And yeah. And I didn't even get to say goodbye to her. I wish I could. I mean, if there's a heaven, I hope she's dancing with the angels right now, and happier than she was here on earth. Sometimes we see them still alive and we take them for granted because they're still alive. I don't know who needs to hear this, but next time you're at the airport, turn around, you need to, and say, and tell him, and show him that you really love him. You fucking morons. Just appreciate the moments you have and be grateful that they're still in your life. Oh, I'm a little dramatic today. I'm hitting close. It's 20 minutes. I'm cut this up today, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.